In a world where cars are becoming quieter, smarter, and more connected than ever before, where electric power is no longer the future, but the present, and where luxury is no longer defined by size, but by intelligence, one legendary name is preparing for its most unexpected transformation yet. For decades, the G-Class stood as a symbol of power, a machine that refused to follow trends, a vehicle that didn't care about aerodynamics, efficiency, or modern expectations. It was bold, loud, heavy, and unapologetically mechanical. It was never designed to be practical. It was designed to be iconic. And that is exactly why what comes next is so important. Because now, that same legend is about to be reimagined. Not bigger, not more aggressive, but smaller, smarter, and built for a completely different world. This is the story of the 2027 Mercedes-Benz Baby G-Class, a vehicle that could redefine not only the future of Mercedes, but the entire SUV industry. To understand why this car exists, you have to understand the problem. The traditional G-Class became too extreme, too expensive for most buyers, too large for modern cities, too inefficient for a world moving towards sustainability. And yet, people still wanted it, not for what it did, but for what it represented. And that created a gap, a space in the market that no one had filled, a compact, luxury off-road vehicle with real capability, real design identity, and real presence. That's where Mercedes-Benz made its move, not by copying the G-Class, but by reinventing it from the ground up. The Baby G is not just a smaller version of the original. It is built on an entirely new platform, a new architecture designed to support both electric and hybrid powertrains, a structure engineered to balance efficiency with capability. Because making a small G-Class is easy, but making a real G-Class in a smaller form is one of the hardest challenges in automotive design. And yet, Mercedes decided to do exactly that. The design had to be instantly recognizable. The moment you see it, you know what it is. The boxy shape remains, the upright stance, the strong flat surfaces, the sense of strength even when standing still. But everything has been refined. Sharper lighting, cleaner lines, slightly improved aerodynamics without losing the identity. It's a delicate balance. Too modern and you lose the heritage. Too classic and you fall behind. The Baby G walks that line perfectly. Even the smallest details matter. The door handles, the grille, the proportions. Everything has been reconsidered, not to copy the past, but to reinvent it. And then comes the biggest shift of all, power. For the first time in this segment, the G-Class philosophy meets full electrification. The electric version of the Baby G is expected to deliver instant torque through dual motors, one at the front, one at the rear, creating a true all-wheel drive experience without the need for a traditional drivetrain. This means faster response, better traction, more precise control, and possibly even better off-road performance than before. Because electric motors don't need to wait. They respond instantly. Every rock, every slope, every obstacle, handled with precision. And then there's the silence. No engine noise, no vibration, just pure movement. A completely different kind of driving experience, one that feels almost surreal, especially in environments where the original G-Class would roar. At the same time, Mercedes understands that not everyone is ready to go fully electric. That's why a hybrid version is expected, a smaller turbocharged engine combined with electric assistance, offering flexibility, familiarity, and a bridge between the old world and the new. This dual approach is not just smart, it's necessary, because the market is changing, but not at the same speed for everyone. Inside the vehicle, the transformation continues. The cabin is no longer just a place to sit. It becomes an interface, a digital environment, a system designed around the driver. Large displays stretch across the dashboard. Information flows seamlessly. Navigation becomes immersive, possibly enhanced with augmented reality. The car doesn't just respond, it anticipates. Voice commands become natural. Systems learn your habits. The experience becomes personal. With integrations like Apple CarPlay and Spotify, the car connects directly to your lifestyle, your music, your preferences, your digital world. Everything synchronized, everything seamless. But the real question is this: can a car this advanced still feel rugged? Because the G-Class was never about screens, it was about strength. And this is where the Baby G proves itself,
Unlike most compact SUVs, this vehicle is expected to retain real off-road capability, not just marketing features, real engineering, a proper all-wheel drive system, advanced traction control, possibly even structural elements inspired by body-on-frame construction. The goal is simple: to make sure that when the road ends, the Baby G keeps going. And this is where electric technology becomes an advantage. Instant torque allows for precise climbing. No gear shifts means smoother control. Software can adjust power distribution faster than any mechanical system ever could. This is not just evolution, this is transformation. And yet, all of this innovation comes with risk, because the G-Class is more than a car, it's an icon. And changing an icon is dangerous. Make it too different, and people reject it. Make it too similar, and it becomes irrelevant. Mercedes is walking one of the most difficult paths in automotive history, but they are not alone. By the time the Baby G arrives, the competition will be intense. New electric SUVs from companies like Tesla will dominate the tech space. Traditional off-roaders will evolve. New players will emerge. The market will be crowded. The expectations will be high. And the Baby G will have to prove itself, not just as a Mercedes, not just as an electric SUV, but as a true G-Class. Pricing will play a key role. Positioned significantly below the full-size G-Class, the Baby G opens the door to a new audience. Younger buyers, urban drivers, people who always wanted a G-Class but could never justify it. Now they can. And that changes everything, because once a symbol becomes accessible, it becomes powerful in a completely new way. Production strategies suggest a global approach. This is not a niche vehicle. This is a global product, designed for Europe, for Asia, for the Middle East, for markets where the original G-Class was too much. Now there is an alternative, a smarter option, a more versatile solution. Customization will also be key. Different trims, different styles, possibly performance variants influenced by Mercedes-AMG, giving buyers the ability to choose not just a car, but an identity. Because in today's world, cars are no longer just transportation. They are expression. They are content. They are lifestyle. And the Baby G is perfectly positioned for that reality. It's compact enough for the city, capable enough for adventure, stylish enough for social media, advanced enough for the future. It's not trying to replace the G-Class. It's trying to expand it, to multiply it, to take everything that made it special and translate it into a new era. And maybe that's the most important part of this story, because the automotive world is changing faster than ever before. Electrification is accelerating, technology is redefining expectations, and brands that fail to adapt disappear. But icons evolve. They survive. They transform. And sometimes, they come back in ways no one expected. The 2027 Mercedes-Benz Baby G-Class is not just a new model. It's a statement, a declaration that even the most traditional, most recognizable, most uncompromising vehicles can change without losing their soul. And as the sun sets over a new generation of mobility, as cities grow quieter, as roads become smarter, one thing becomes clear: the legend is not over. It's just beginning again. Smaller, sharper, smarter, and ready for a world that demands more than ever before. This is the Baby G.